Good afternoon. It's Saturday, June 5th. My daughter Phoebe just finished her first half marathon. Yay, Phoebe. Well done. I'm going to talk about a form of triage that doesn't come up for other people. At least I hope it doesn't. Okay, so triage comes from medical, where you've got a lot of patients and you've got to decide which ones are too far gone to save and which ones can wait till later, and the third group, the ones that need medical attention right now and have a fighting chance of surviving the medical attention. Okay, so that's for medical people. For potters, there are two versions. Okay, so the one is after a glaze firing, particularly a wood firing, the whole sorting out of which ones are trash, which ones are seconds, which ones are perfectly okay table stock, and which ones are too good to sell or too good to sell just off your lawn. Okay, I have a very small studio, so I cannot be doing all the operations of a potter at the same time. So right now, I have a kiln load of bisque pots they've been fired. They're ready for me to glaze, decorate, and glaze fire. And I pretty much need to get it done. In the sense that while I'm doing that, I don't have any space to do anything else. Okay, so my kiln, which I'm perfectly happy with, will hold 48 of this size pot. Okay, that's not what's in it right now, because I have some pots in there of different sizes, a couple of pitchers, a couple of serving bowls, and so forth. But if I were just using this size pot, so we're gonna pretend that's what's going on. So I've got 48 of these, and now it's time to decide how I'm going to glaze them. I've learned the hard way that I really don't want to just like glaze them all blue or glaze them all black or whatever like that. And I say the hard way every time. I can't say every time. It seems like when I do that, I risk having some glaze flaw, which ruins the whole load. It takes a lot of the fun out of being a potter. So I like to have some variety. It also makes opening the kiln so much nicer because you have some variety. You want some suspense about your own work. And so I'll take all that bisqueware out and I'll decide which glaze looks do I want to do in this next load. And I'll figure out, okay, so some of them are going to be, just my stock boring blue. Okay, these 4. 6. Some of them are going to be my blue and whites, my heavily decorated ones. Well, I can't do 48 heavily decorated ones, at least not this weekend. So how much time do I have for brushwork? Okay, so these 12 will be that way. I have a yellow glaze I haven't got in stock. My table is it's not hugely popular, but people like it and it adds to the variety. So we're going to do these 4, maybe 6 in that. Okay, so I'm sorting that way. And then once I get that figured out, I get the added benefit of which of these are easy and quick. Just a single glaze, blink, blink. Okay, so now they're off, tucked away, potentially already back in the kiln after I've, sponged off the bottoms and stuff like that. And so they're not taking up space. And so predictably, the top of the kiln load will be those blue and whites that took the longest to do. In part because the ones that took the shortest amount to do got out of my studio and into the kiln, out of my way. Okay. And all the potters out there, all the artists out there who are a little squeezed for space will understand the value of having part of your workload out of your way. It may come up with other professions too. It helps. Have a good day.